Alright, chapter 1 review, number 8. Okay, and I tried to take a little picture of it just so you can see the graph. So it says, what is the constant rate of change of the graph below? Okay, so again, you need to highlight or underline important information, and here it's constant rate of change. Okay, so if you're looking at this, you look at the graph, right? It says school bus, okay? Now this says students and buses. Okay, so obviously we're trying to find out students per bus, right? Or students per buses, right? Or students, how many students are on each bus. So if you look, they give you 4 points. They plotted 4 points for you on the graph, okay? And when you see that, it says that, okay, so one bus has 20 students, 2 buses have 40, 3 have 60, and 4 has 80. Okay, so that information, all of that information you're getting from the graph, okay? But they want to know the constant rate of change. And like I was saying in class, you know, if you're constantly talking, right, that means it's happening over and over again, okay? It's a constant thing. So constant rate of change, the change is going on, okay? The rate of change is going on, but we want to know the constant, okay? So how much it keeps going per bus. So I wrote a little note here, and it says you can use the slope formula for the for the constant rate of change. And I did a little abbreviation. It's not croc, like the shoes, but constant rate of, oh wait, it is croc. Sorry. Yes, croc like the shoes. Constant rate of change. I don't know why I put F there. Okay. Maybe I was thinking of formula. Alright, anyway. So the slope formula, okay, is something that I wanted you guys to memorize, which was y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so remember, when you have a line with these points, okay, remember I told you that you only have to pick 2 points. Any two. Any 2 that you pick, when you put them in the formula, you'll get the same answer. Okay, it doesn't matter if you pick the first one and the last one, or the 2 middle ones, or the second one and the last one, or the third one and the first one. It does not matter. Whatever points you want to pick, you pick. Okay? And when you do that, we're going to write out the coordinates. So I want to pick the first and the second one. Okay? So we're going to do that right now. Alright, so I picked the first 2. Okay? Then you're going to write their coordinates down. Okay? The ordered pair. So for the first point is 1, 20. Now remember, 1 is the x-coordinate and 20 is the y-coordinate on the graph. Then I picked the second point, and the coordinates for that were 2, 40. Okay, 2 is the x-coordinate and 40 is the y-coordinate. So what we're going to do is now we're going to label the points, okay? So when you label the points, you have to make sure that you do it correctly, okay? Because sometimes if you, well, not sometimes, if you do it incorrectly, okay, you'll get the wrong answer, all right? If you put one number in the wrong place, you'll get a totally different answer, all right? So make sure that you have these exact coordinates. So we have 1 is x1, 20 is y1, okay? And then the next one is 2 is x2, and 40 is y2. Okay, I've seen some people do x1, x2, and then y1, y2. Okay, you have to remember that there's an x and a y coordinate. Okay, so we're going to get that formula now, the slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so now we're just going to plug in the numbers that we labeled. So y2. Look at your coordinates and see what you labeled for y2. We labeled 40 as y2, so we're going to write 40 minus. Look for y1. We labeled y1 as 20, so I'm going to write 20. So now it's 40 minus 20, okay? Then you go down to the denominator. x2, we labeled 2 as x2, so you write 2. Okay, minus, and then for x1 we labeled 1 as x1, so we write that there. So now we have 40 minus 20 over 2 minus 1, okay? So then it's regular subtraction. 40 minus 20 is 20 over 2 minus 1 is 1, okay? Now usually, all right, we would have to try to get the 1 on the denominator, okay? But in this case, we're already there, all right? So your answer, now you look at your multiple choice. Okay, let's look. F is 20, G is 10, H is 3, I is 2. Okay, what do we get? We got 20. All right, so your answer is 20. F. Okay?